If you watch the channel, you'll know I'm a big fan of anything that can make video creation easier and more affordable. So today, Boya have sent us the brand new Boya Mini 2. This is a tiny microphone that comes in at just £49 here in the UK. It weighs just 5 grams. Look at the size of this. It's about the size of a Haribo sweet. I've never seen a microphone quite that tiny. It is absolutely miniature. But is it any good? Because that's the main thing. If you're going to go from recording on your iPhone like I'm doing right now to using a microphone, you want something that's going to sound good. So let's switch over to the Boya 2 Mini right now.
Oh, and before we start this video, just to let you know, this is a sponsored video by Boya themselves, who have sent in the microphone so we can test this out for this video. I am now using the Boya Mini 2. That's what you can see right here on my chest. And this is the audio quality that you can expect from this microphone. Now, as I've said, I'm pretty impressed by how small this is. At just 5 grams, it's not going to pull your shirt down at all. You're not going to feel it in your camera bag. And if you take this AirPods size case in your pocket with you, it has 2 microphones built in here, and you get 2 receivers as well. So whether you have the old iPhone with the Lightning connector or the USB-C like I have on my iPhone 16 Pro, it's going to work perfectly. So if you're vlogging with a business partner or a friend, your partner at home, you can both be talking at some great distance as well and be getting great audio quality using your iPhone. Now, it comes in 2 colors. You can see we've got the black color here, and it also comes in this very nice kind of space shiny gray color. A bit more reflective. I personally like the black most. What color do you prefer? Now, for £49, you would think this microphone doesn't come with many features. Well, if you thought that, you would be wrong. This microphone actually comes with a safety track. Not a lot of budget microphones do that. And what that means is it's going to record a second track a little bit lower than the original. So if you're out and about and the wind is bashing into the microphone, or you're just talking too loud, maybe the subject you're recording is talking too loud, you'll have a safety track a little lower so you have a second perfect take that you can use in your edit. Each microphone like this has 6 hours of battery life, and if you use the case, you get up to 30 hours of combined battery life. Easily good enough to last you probably a week's holiday, but you can also charge it with USB-C as well. So this is what the microphone, of course, sounds like inside a nice studio, but I think we should go outside on the road and do some raw walking and talking and vlogging and see what the microphone sounds like and test out the noise cancellation features as well. Okay, so we are outdoors on the front-facing camera of the iPhone, and I'm just using the internal microphone on the iPhone. How does this sound? What is the audio quality like? What we're going to do next is we are going to plug in the Boya and see what the audio quality is like. Okay, so we are now using the Boya. I'm just hand holding it at the moment, front facing camera. What do we think? Does it sound any good? What I'm going to do next, just make sure I'm not going to get run over. I'll put this on my shirt so we can see what the audio quality is like. Okay, so now the Boya microphone is on my shirt right there. How does this sound? Got a bit of traffic going by. Is this better than the iPhone's built-in microphone? What I'll do is I'll actually try and unplug the microphone to see how it sounds. There we go, and this is what it sounds like completely unplugged. Is it any good? What I try and do as well is like listen out for some noise, background noise. There's a lot of traffic around me at the moment, so this is the iPhone's built-in microphone. I'm just going to plug in the receiver and see if this works. There we go, the receiver's plugged back in, hopefully. Just want to do like a real world test next to a road. It's quite noisy, but next up, let's test out that noise cancellation. Okay, at the moment, noise cancellation is turned off. Hoping for some cars to come past. Let's turn it on. Now, noise cancellation is on this microphone. Has that made any difference to the noise? But also, has it improved or degraded the audio quality? From the samples I've listened to so far, it sounds actually pretty good, I think. Now, a lot of people will say the built-in microphone on the iPhone, which I'm using right now, is good enough. And you know what? It's actually pretty good for a phone. But this is where I think the Boya comes in. Let's plug this in and I'll show you what I mean. Because if I'm using the iPhone's built-in microphone and I turn around, I keep talking,
you're just not really going to be able to hear me all that well. So let's plug in the Boya and you can instantly hear the difference.
Okay, so I've plugged in the Boya 2 mini microphone, and as you can probably already hear, this sounds a lot better. But it also means if I do turn away, if I face away from camera, the audio quality isn't going to change. It also means I can walk back as far as I want from the camera. This microphone has a really good long range. So if you are one of those vloggers that need to walk and talk, you want to talk as you're walking towards your camera, the audio quality is going to be consistent. And this is something that I think a lot of people often overlook when they're first making videos. They hear the iPhone because they're holding it out arm's length. It sounds okay, but when you want to go to that professional level and you're on a budget, I think the Boya 2 Mini is a great starting microphone, because for £49, and they even do one a little bit cheaper without the little AirPod style case, it just means you can get this good quality audio coming from your iPhone without any hassle. You plug in the receiver, you turn this on, the audio quality sounds like this. What do you think? Okay, this is something that I like to do. I like to use the ultra-wide lens on the iPhone, the rear lens on the iPhone, because it means you can walk and talk, and even though you can't see yourself on the screen because the screen is the other way around, you've got this wide angle lens. Now, when you are walking and talking and you can't see the screen, you don't know if you're in shot. So I like using this wide angle lens, but because you often have to hold the iPhone a bit further away, the audio quality is not that great. So let's do a second shot where we just simply use the iPhone's built-in microphone.
Okay, so just coming out from under the trees. Ooh, it's going to get bright. This is the iPhone's built-in microphone using the ultra-wide. And again, I'm just doing this so you can hear basically what the difference would sound like if you are someone who makes content with your iPhone. This is the audio quality you're probably currently getting, and for about 49 quid, you can upgrade to what you just previously heard. And very quickly, there is a helicopter in the sky. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm going to try the noise cancellation quickly on that. Noise cancelling turned on. Can you still hear the helicopter in the distance? What has it made? A bit of a change.
Okay, so back in the studio, what did you think of that? I'm actually really impressed. For £49, I haven't yet tested a microphone that sounds as good as this for that budget price. Now, of course, you can get much more expensive microphones out there. I use some of the other big name brands, but they cost in the region of £150 to £200 on the mics that I have. And I would say, whilst this isn't quite there, it's actually very comparable and it sounds pretty good. But this also has another couple of tricks up its sleeve. So you don't just have to use this with the iPhone, you could also use this on your Mac, PC or iPad. So if you're doing a lot of video calls for work, plug this in and the listener, the person watching you on the video call, is going to hear you in crystal clear quality. And it's also good if you want to walk back further from the screen. Maybe you're presenting something, maybe you're showing something off to a client. This is going to be really good for that. I've plugged the Boya Mini 2 into the MacBook Air, and whilst the image quality is not that great from my M4 MacBook Pro, the audio quality now will be thanks to the Boya Mini 2. Now, what's great about this is that it improves the audio quality, but let's just say you were doing a meeting, like let's just say I wanted to show off this new piece of art here I've got on the wall. You can see here that you can still hear me perfectly. Obviously, I could pin this to my chest, and we're just going to get good, consistent audio quality coming from our video calls for the first time. Now, let me unplug the microphone and you'll see just how that same example would have sounded if I just used the MacBook Air. So now I've unplugged the Boya microphone, it's back in its case, and this is the built-in audio from the MacBook Air. Now, the MacBook Air actually has one of the best built-in microphones on the market, but let's just do the same thing again. Let's just say I'm doing a business presentation and I want to show you off my brand new art here, tell you all about the artist, or we're presenting something from a bit of a distance. Even though we have one of the best built-in microphones in the industry, I think the Boya would sound better. Now, if you're on a PC laptop which doesn't have a good studio microphone built in, this could be a good option for the video calls. So there you go. What did you think of the Boya Mini 2? Let me know in the comment section below. I think it's honestly a really good entry-level choice. For £49, if that is your top budget, I think you would be hard-pressed to find a better small microphone that works with your iPhone. I'll put the links in the description below if you want to check them out. Thanks for watching. Ask any questions below, and I'll see you in the next video.